After a little blip in the game against our rivals, we are still top of La Liga. We do have a chance in this episode to get top of the Champions League group as well. Welcome back to the beautiful Barcelona rebuild, episode 26. We now have Bayern Munich in front of us. We do need to beat them by 3 goals. I didn't catch whether it was away goals or anything, but we just need to batter them. That's what we're going for. Whether it happens or not is a different matter. We do, as I say, find ourselves top of the league. Goal difference is really strong. Betis are actually second after we defeated Real Madrid in the previous episode. But following that, we lost to Espanyol, even with them getting 2 men sent off. I'm not sure why or how that was allowed to happen, but it did. Followed that up with a 6-1 against Osasuna. We then beat Ludogorets 4-2, with them picking up 2 goals, quite quick succession. Give me a little bit nervy, and then the game just kind of finished. A 1-0 against Alvarez, and most recently a 5-1 against Cadiz, with a heavily rotated squad. The group stage is sorted by results against different teams. If we're against Bayern, which we will be. They beat us 4-1 in the first leg. So it's separated on that. If the points are even, then it's separated it against difference and goals scored. So what we need to do is just beat them 4-0, and then it's fine. And we're going to beat them 4-0 with the 11 in front here. We have Simon in goal, Porro, Araujo, Coates, and Teo as the back 4. De Jong supporting Tonali and Messi as our Mazzalas. And then we have Ansu Fati as our false 9, with Sesko to the right and Haaland to the left. We've seen our lineup. We've seen our little red blip. Just ignore that. We'll go and have a look at Bayern Munich's. 4-2-3-1. What a surprise. Their form is worse than ours? Yes, I suppose it is. We had 4 wins and a loss. They had 3 wins, 2 draws. So, suck it. Ludogorets and Bruges, they're not having a great time. Messi with a free kick. Puts it towards the back post area. And Coates is beaten in the air by Musiala. Coates is 6'5". I don't know how tall Musiala is, but I assume it's not 6'5". Haaland wins his header, but puts it wide. This is an ambitious one for us to finish top of the group. We've already kind of sealed our position in the Champions League knockout rounds. But if we can absolutely do a madness and beat these by at least 3 goals, then we can nick first place. Which, to be fair, again, in the Champions League, it doesn't really mean much. You can finish second and pull the likes of Chelsea, or you can win the group and pull the likes of PSG. So it doesn't really mean much. So I don't know why we're doing it, to be quite honest. Just admit that everyone's top 2, and then just have the last 2 games off. Kimmich puts in the cross. Goretzka, this has made the job a lot harder. Abraham's bundling one towards the line, and Goretzka pokes it in. It is now 1-0 to Bayern Munich, and 5-1 to them on aggregate, if we use aggregates, which we don't. It's quite a shame. Coates got absolutely bullied by Abraham then. Araujo nods it back to his goalkeeper. Simon rolls short to Coates and Araujo. We all know what to do, guys. Just keep possession. Don't mess about. Don't be giving away stupid balls like De Jong did in the previous one. Yeah, I'm still salty about it. I think it was about 2 or 3 episodes ago. Still salty. I don't think I'll not be salty. Araujo, look at this. They're managing to find their own teammates with passes. It's beautiful. Sesko, Tonali. Sesko needs to sprint in the area now because he's a giant. Or get out of the way and let it go to Haaland, who is also a giant. Tonali. Oh, he's done it. It's 1-1. The comeback is on. Another 3 goals, lads, and we're on even terms. Neuer. Goal kick short to Ramos. Fati scored for us. I assume that is that Luis Felipe rather than Sergio, because I think Sergio Ramos would be about 42 now. Just really poor. This is what I was hoping that we wouldn't do. But Fati still had to get the ball in the net, which he did exactly that. He's currently wanted by Liverpool and Chelsea, which I'm not keen on letting him go. At least if we can get ourselves on level points as Bayern, and they can somehow struggle against Ludogorets or Bruges. I think it would be against Ludogorets because our last game's against Bruges. We're at least leaving them a little bit of leeway to mess up. Or Tonali can just get caught in possession and Musiala can break for them. There we go. Araujo and Porro is back on the ball for us. Sesko, short to De Jong, and good ball out towards Haaland on the left wing, who somehow has his back to the ball and brings it down with his chest. That's very impressive. Sesko, his header crashes off the crossbar. Looks like it was offside anyway. Kimmich has a throwing. Short, why do we call them throwings? It's not. He's throwing the ball, but it's a throw-in. Musiala is out on the left side. Porro just takes the ball off him. Feeds it forward to Sesko. I need to have a look, actually, where our players are with the Dream 11. Because I'm thinking we put together quite a strong team. We may very well have. I'm thinking at least 6 players in that Dream 11. I need to know now. Porro throws it short to Sesko. He carries on his run. Sesko releases it a little bit too early, maybe. But Porro still managed to get down the wing, gets it into Haaland, and it's headed away. I didn't see who that was. I feel like it was Hamadzic, but I don't even know if that's a real person. Teo. And it's smashed away by Sabitzer. We're still driving forward. It's relentless. I love it. Teo on the left. Back post to Sesko. His header goes just wide. Absolutely ruining these. We've got a corner. Porro and Araujo's hit the crossbar now. This is a shame. I mean, if we have a little look at those stats at half time, it's quite good. My only concern is that we're having how many shots we're having against theirs, and yet the XGs are quite similar. So if I haven't already, I'm going to put work ball into the box on. Hopefully cut out some of those pot shots, force them into meaningful chances, and absolutely ruin them. But then again, most of the chances have been headers and they've been dangerous, and I don't think we're going to try and put crosses in if we've got to work the ball into the box. I'll go straight up 180 on what I originally said. We're leaving it as it is, putting floated crosses on, and hopefully getting more into Haaland and Sesko's heads, because I think that's where we're going to have a little bit of dominance. Okay, I thought we were giving away a penalty the way that Tonali went for that ball. It was just, it was just the fact that he couldn't get anywhere near it. I'm slightly annoyed at the moment because the tiniest crack on my blind is putting light right on my face and in my eye as I turned at it, which is fun. Tonali has the ball out on the right. Sesko, back to Porro. Puts it into Sesko. And what's this? It's a free kick to Bayern, apparently. Offside, I assume? Throwing for Barcelona. I said throwing again. Porro has the ball out on the right. Puts it to the back. Haaland, back to Messi. And it's a brilliant block from one of their players. We are in need of making a substitution. I have just tried to encourage them, hence why everyone is incredibly upset at the moment. I need to encourage them because we need to score goals, but we're also winning, and they get upset if I ask them to do anything whilst they're winning. It's 3-1. We're nearly getting ourselves back on level terms here. So I've made a few subs. I've brought off Tonali and Sesko. I know Sesko's just scored the goal, but bear with me. I've got some reasoning around this. Tonali's came off for Mariba, straight swap. Sesko has came off for Depay, who's now an advanced forward along with Fati. I've dropped Haaland to be a target forward. And also what we're going to do is keep floating crosses, or we'll mix the crosses now because there's 3 of them in there. And I've asked all the guys that put in crosses to focus them to our target forward, who is now Haaland. So hopefully we'll still get that crossing threat. And if the balls are put in, he can nod down to his 2 men alongside him. Bayern Munich with a throw-in. There Hernandez throws it short. Haaland makes the interception. It's 3-on-3. Fati kind of slowed the play down a bit, but we've still got it going forward. Teo's heading down the left. Haaland's in there. And Neuer makes the save. It was quite an easy claim for him, to be fair. Neuer's now just kind of ambling forward. He's going to give the possession away back to us, hopefully. Lumps it forward. Abraham, Abraham's done exactly what I was hoping that we would be able to do. Teo's made the clearance, it's fine. Fati picks the ball up, and now we attack. It's like a seesaw of attack, this is. Fati crosses it. Haaland gets the header. Just over. So we're into the last 5 minutes. I've paused it up. We dominate in the game, but we just haven't scored that 4th goal yet. I'm thinking, if we can score that 4th goal, it puts us even on goal difference, and then it will all go down to the last game as to whether we can top them or not. But It's an ambitious one. If we can score this fourth goal, I may very well come back for our last... oh, never mind. That was just a brilliant goal from Sane. He's ruined my story. He's ruined the storyline. He's ruined everything. He didn't even go and pick the ball up. What's the point? I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Weigl puts it through to him, turns on it, and just finds the top corner. That's a shame. Well, the fight and the comeback was fun. Didn't lead to anything, but it was fun. We'll go to the dressing room, we'll tell them all they've done well, and we'll see what our next steps are. We have now a game against Granada. They are currently sat in 16th, so I would expect that we can get a win against them. I'm going to be playing Sesko the whole game, and I want him to score a goal. He got best performer, man of the match in the previous game, and the media even did a little thing about him. So he's edging his way towards our first team. We'll do this. We'll see what they suggest, and then we'll change it. Pedri, he's not doing what I want from him. He wants to be an attacking mid or a winger, and I just can't offer him any of those positions. So I'm tempted to drop him out and put Mariba in, because Mariba actually does what I want, and he's best friends with Tonali in the middle, so I'm doing it. Messi's coming out. See you later. We have Fati sat behind, and Haaland up top. I am inclined to put Messi into the false 9 position. We'll do that for a game. He hasn't been the best, but he's Messi, so it's fine. We'll just get over it. We'll move on. Araujo is wanted by Bayern. They can suck one. Move on. As I said, Fati is wanted by Chelsea and Liverpool. I think that's behind my head. Grimaldo is currently wanted by Atletico. Dest is wanted by Atletico as well, and I'm not playing him because we didn't play very well in the game against Espanyol. And then I told everyone that they're knobheads, and he was the only one that had or took exception to that. So I dropped him to the reserves because he had the audacity to come to me and say, "Boss, I'm not happy with how you treated the guys. Like everyone else is happy. You're just a knobhead." So yeah, I'm not playing him. Want to sell him? I'm going full sulk. But our team is Simon, Porro, Coates, Araujo, Teo, De Jong, Tonali, Mariba, Messi, Sesko, Haaland. The only thing I'm going to do, actually, I'll bring Keiki in for Araujo. Because Keiki's playing all right. He scored a goal against Cadiz, and he's not going to improve if I don't play him. Granada, form, pretty poor. Formation, pretty boring. Summed up perfectly. And as form is perfect, and formation, also perfect. Barcelona have a throw-in on the right. Short to Tonali, back to Porro, loops it into Haaland, and his header crashes off the crossbar. Wasn't really a crash. It was more of a bump. It bumped against the crossbar. Teo's now got a throw-in. Mariba puts it to the back post, and Sesko's header finds its way into the net. Maybe Sesko's better than Haaland. Maybe he is. He must be. I mean, it's pretty simple. Throws it, turns it, crosses it, heads it, scores it. Done. Porro with the corner, puts it towards the far post. Haaland's... Oh, how does that happen then? Haaland's header, goalie saves it, and Keiki has a shot which somehow ripples the net but doesn't go in. Tejo's corner now, towards Keiki, and his header goes in. I mean, it's just proving to us that Haaland's not very good, and both Keiki and Sesko were better than him. I don't think there's any other lessons that we need to learn here. Tejo with a corner, towards the far post this time, and it's headed away. Mariba picks up the loose ball, puts it into Coates in the middle, and he puts it over to his centre-back partner, who also is up front. Tejo, Haaland, and Haaland gets... It's not very good, guys. It just isn't. De Jong, Tonali. Out to Porro. Back post, Haaland. He's eventually scored. Bless him. Nice little attack. See the space making up on the right side. Tonali puts it into it. Porro runs forward. Our three forwards are just causing chaos with their back four. Haaland gets in front of his man, stabs it into an empty net. I'm not sure there's many other words to describe half-time outside of dominant. XG chart is just off the roof. Off the roof. Through the roof. Off the scales. Take your pick. It's through the scales. Simon rolls the ball short to Keiki. Out to Teo at left back, who's got the world's heaviest touch. But fortunately, there's no one near him to take advantage of that. Teo crosses it then to the back post. Sesko gets a header, and he doesn't score. Maybe he's terrible as well. Everyone's terrible. Almost at the hour mark. There's a throw-in for Granada. It's put to Puertas, and then back to Isa, or Isa? I'm going to assume it's Isa. The goalie's got the ball. It's going on a wonder. Brilliant ball out to their left winger. Fantastic ball forward to Suarez. And he's just scored. He's not read the script. You realise you've ruined the whole narrative of this game. It's going to be how dominant we are and that other teams are useless against us. Although it kind of has already been shown in the first half. But still, you're not supposed to score. You're ruining my vibes, man. Now my vibes have been thoroughly harshed. We'll take off Messi. Depay hasn't had too much game time, to be fair. So we'll give him just that. We'll put Pedri in for Tonali. And we'll leave the third sub to inevitably forget about. Maximiliano has a goal kick for Granada, puts it towards Suarez, and De Jong wins the header. Not Coates, who was going for it. De Jong. Ball is out with Müller on their left wing. Porro's trying to get over there to intercept, but he's a little bit tired. He's quite tired. You can probably see it down here. He almost doesn't have a heart left. Toure back into Alzate. Müller. Good ball across. Oh, and it's hit the post. There's a deflection from one of our players that puts it straight up to his guy. Just shuffling towards the last 10 minutes now. Teo puts it to Mariba. Thought he was going to continue his run, but his legs have fallen off. I think in this formation, you need like at least 2 first-team fullbacks on each side. Because you can't really go... Oh, Sesko. What was that? So you can't really go a full season just playing 2 guys because they're going to be ruined. 2 minutes left now. It's all over. Dominant. Disappointing about the goal, but dominant nonetheless. We'll be back next episode with our Super Copa semi-final against Real Madrid. Then, the final. We're travelling all the way to the Middle East for it. So, book your tickets, book your planes, book your hotel, because we're off on an adventure. I hope you'll be there for it. And click one of the items on screen. They will take you to some more of my fabulous content. And thank you very much for your time.